Hello and welcome to Left Coast Live. I am your host, Dieter McBusiness, America's favorite white Anglo-Saxon Protestant gone West Coastal. Joined as always by my main man, Stat Pat Stateless Patriot of the Central Valley in California. We are Left Coast Lefties talking to you about national politics from a California perspective and a progressive opinion, usually. And we're going to be talking a little bit about politics in California tonight because I found a fun little channel, Stat Pat,
Yeah.
by the name of California Underground, and we're gonna get to them in a little bit. But they think they got it all figured out. They think they know what conservatism in America is. That's the best part about California conservatives is they think they know what conservatism is. And then, of course, their response to this shit would be, oh, well, that's just what you think conservatism is. It's like, yeah, I know. Because I've traveled the fucking country and I know what real conservatism is on a national level in this country. And I think
what it looks like.
And I think if California conservatives knew what that was, they would be less inclined to stick with the GOP and maybe be more inclined to join the Democratic Party and try to change that. Because if they knew the kind of trash that they are associating themselves with, well, I mean, maybe they do know. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit.
Well, I think it would be more useful, I guess, from our perspective, if we had our way, if people like that were more inclined to pursue the Libertarian Party, if you're
that would be ideal. That would be ideal. Oh, it's funny you say that because they have as one of their T-shirts in their merchandise department. Here, why don't I just show this shit?
Because we don't want these people anywhere near the Democrats.
Yeah, exactly. I'm psyched they're as clueless as they are. Like, thank God they don't get a. Let's see. Yeah, here we go, baby.
Yeah, okay. Then they'd be like repeating Ezra
defund public education.
Oh, gross! What the fuck? Yeah,
that's what your first fucking thing is. The rest is like King Noodles talking about
what?
Gavin Newsom. They think that's gonna catch. Look at this.
I don't get it.
Yeah, Noodles.
I don't get it.
Governor. Yeah, Governor Noodles.
I don't get
it. The guy's like you got noodle arms. He's like not ripped enough for you. Like, oh, you can't see that.
Was there a picture of him like eating noodles or like?
Yeah, I don't understand this.
Yeah,
I don't understand this. It's weird.
All right, I mean,
it's a weird channel.
Fucking run your grift, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to give them too much play, but I mean, whatever. Like, anyway, let's get it on to. We'll come back to them in a little bit. I want to hear about you and let's give our audience the left coast perspective on current events since the last time we talked. I guess our work our backwards from Kimmel.
Yeah,
coming back. That's nice. And what are your thoughts on that? Because I did mine on this space earlier this week.
It's been a whole thing, honestly. It's very, very complicated. Just because there's been a lot of moving parts, a lot of things changed. At first, it was like, well, I mean, obviously, like the FCC is threatening a private corporation with, action, for lack of a better term, because they feel that Jimmy Kimmel went over the line, which is just a bullshit excuse. It's just like, why are you going after him?
It's ironic that's like a freedom of speech violation.
Yeah,
and that's all that Kirk stood for.
Ironically enough, right? Yeah, and so they engaged in some arm twisting, and literally, it was reported in Rolling Stone, MSN. The executives at ABC were terrified. They were they
Is
were
it all
they
the
were scared.
subscriptions that we're losing?
Well, that was a component to it, but no, it was the reason why they pulled Kimmel is because they were scared by the threats that they were facing via Trump, because they had
Oh,
already
right.
paid Trump $15 million
Right. In a
in a
suit lawsuit. Yeah.
defamation
Yeah.
lawsuit, and so um, it was the combination of, them getting threatened by the FCC, that and facing essentially the wrath of Trump, and not to mention September's been like super super tense politically as it is, and so they decided to pull the plug. They decided to suspend him, and a lot of people thought it had to do with the merger between Nexstar and Tegna, which are a couple of I guess conglomerates. Nexstar owns a lot of local affiliated ABC stations, and I guess a lot of them are still hesitant to begin airing Jimmy Kimmel again. But after backlash from Hollywood, and the backlash that Disney was getting, because Disney owns ABC,
Right.
I think they began to realize, like, we just paid this guy $15 million. He's still not respecting us. We're getting all
No,
this
he's
back.
never going to.
We've lost like $4 billion in our in stock value. People are canceling the subscriptions, and so they came out and said, okay, we talked to Jimmy Kimmel, and basically like slapped him on the wrists, essentially, and now he's gonna be back on air. And it's just total bullshit. They're saving face because they thought that kowtowing to Trump and his regime was the right way to go. Turns out that's not the case. So now, what's really interesting about this was clearly like the first major attempt by this administration to end the First Amendment. I sincerely believe that, because if you look at the reaction across the board, especially from more like right wing grifters like Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, even fucking Ted Cruz, who has a podcast, not a lot of people were really happy about this, aside from all the conservative NPCs that repeat like fucking whatever lies that Trump spews anyway. I was like, oh, well, ABC actually canceled Jimmy Kimmel because he had low ratings. It's just like, last I checked, his fucking comeback video on YouTube alone has over 21 million views. It's like
Right.
you can say you don't like him. You can say that his jokes offend you because you're a fucking snowflake. You can say whatever you want. Just say like you don't prefer Jimmy Kimmel. Like, I don't fucking care. But like, all of you are making me defend his ass because of what the FCC did. But don't lie
Yeah, it could have been
and
anyone. It
say
could have
that,
been Jimmy Fallon. It could have been Stephen Colbert. It could have been Seth Meyers. It could have been any of them.
like this
Doesn't matter.
this backlash, this blowback broadly to ABC pulling Kimball like this goes to show it's like people give a shit. People give enough of a shit to where I've you're really trying to claim that low ratings played a role in this? It's like no, give me a fucking break. It's the same exact thing as the Paramount thing with CBS and Skydance that got
Yeah, the merger,
fucking
the acquisition.
yeah, that got Colbert pulled. So it's like,
Right.
but I mean, now yeah, and now here we are. Kimmel's back, and Trump is sulking. He's throwing a hissy fit. He's going on Truth Social. I think I actually have his Truth Social posts here, because he was not happy. He said, because he celebrated it. Like, he was like, he thought that he played a major role in getting Kimmel pulled. And he said Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon are next, and it's like he's kind of giving away the game here with this Truth Social post. He says. This was from the 23rd, a couple days ago. I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Why is the White House getting told about that? What does the White House have to do with ABC canceling Jimmy Kimmel if apparently it's due to low ratings? But he goes on. Something happened between now, then and now, because his audience is gone, all caps, and his talent, quotation marks, was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? So he is just fucking like whining up a storm. He is yet another arm
Yeah,
of
he's a
the
baby.
DNC. Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. So he thinks that covering him negatively is somehow contributing to the Democrats. There's another quote, just to go off on a little tangent real quick. He said that like 97% of the speech coverage against him in the mainstream media is bad, and therefore they don't
Right.
deserve their media licenses or some shit.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my, okay. I forgot about the 97% clause in the First
Right.
Amendment. It's just
He
like,
argues by assumption.
yeah,
He argues by no one. I mean, you got to. I don't give him credit. A lot of people give Trump credit, but I just think anybody who's like been in media that long knows how to peddle cultural assumptions,
hmm
especially when you've given all the data and you know where all the opinions of your fans lie and
yeah,
what the trigger points are. And all
yeah.
he does is talk about like Obama and Hillary
He's
whenever he gets into a tough spot.
nothing but grievances. But what he said afterwards was probably the most telling part. He says, I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A bunch of true losers let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. So I don't know if he like if that last part was just like tacked on from like a draft, that like
Yeah.
a text message to someone, because like that sounds like something he would tell someone in his inner circle. It's like, well,
Yeah.
we got $16 million out of the ABC last time. Let's see how much we can milk them for this time. And but the good news is it doesn't look like Disney or ABC is going to play
Cave
as
again, right?
play as nicely this time, because they realize, and Voss made this point. I think it's a great point. They realize that standing up and, I guess, playing chicken with the administration, uh, actually fighting them and challenging their bullshit would more than likely prove to be more beneficial in the end, and more profitable, because ultimately the fucking bottom line here is money. Like, what's gonna be the best route forward for them financially, and because they were so scared at first. But if you look at the Trump administration lately, like, the incompetence is just awe. It's just you have to just sit in awe of how incredible the incompetence is, like, across the
Right.
board. Yeah,
Right.
as scary as it is, and like how insane um multiple figures within the cabinet are. It's going to be it's going to be the end of them. Like, they're not going to be as successful as some more nefarious figures, within the administration or
Administration.
otherwise, would prefer them to be. So I take solace in that, at least. I have a little hope in that, because fascist regimes are not exactly known for their competence. They're not known to last long, exactly.
I don't know, man. The in terms of competence, the German war machine worked pretty fucking well for a long time, and they just got
Yeah.
greedy. I mean, people who know their history know that if they had let
Mhm.
go of the Moscow dream, and if
Mhm.
they had let go of the UK dream and just settled on continental Europe, probably could have gotten it all. Like they could have, but Hitler was too ambitious.
And that's the thing with this
It's
administration too, because it's like, if you bite off more than you can chew, if you get a little bit
well, what are their
more
goals? Their
greedy,
goals are all internal. Their goals are
yeah,
all internal.
yeah,
So this is like
self-serving.
Yeah. So, well, it's just like in 1930s Germany, you could, because of still just the normal happenstance of imperialism, you could get your country fired up in the traditional way of, yeah, let's go kick some ass and invade somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
and
for real.
we deserve it. You know, it was like that was the thing. It was the last vestige of that form of global conflict.
Right.
What I don't think people, let's see, this is okay. So let's do this real quick, because I don't think people have thought about this at all, really. Why did imperialism, in the traditional sense, end following World War II? Modern day media.
Yeah.
It wasn't just reading about these foreign wars anymore. You could see them.
Yes.
You could see them in motion.
As
And
it played out.
now, those 25 million Soviet casualties, those look heftier than the 500,000 American casualties now, don't they?
Right. Yeah.
So this is where you like can separate the men from the boys, so to speak, in terms of understanding American culture and society, and also understanding global culture and society, in that the effect of modern day media. It's also the reason why the civil rights movement worked. In a way, because all of those protests that got blown up in the South, they were broadcast on the news.
Yeah.
And all across the country. And then the civil rights movement really gained momentum when Northerners came down of their own accord, because they saw the shit on TV and they're like, this is happening in my country. I got to go do something about it. So then that was when the numbers really started to show up for the civil rights movement. I'm not going to go any deeper than that because I don't know more than that. But I do know that this moment of media narcissism is impossible to transcend without this basic comprehension of how we got here in terms of communication, culture, and consciousness.
Yeah.
And conservatives have no idea what I just talked about. They have no way. They to me, to them, I just went blah 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 blah.
Right.
They don't think that hard at all. Remember, stupidity, right? Some people are just plain stupid. Yeah, okay, fine. But usually it's the quantity or quality of thought. And the conservatives are just straight up fucking lazy, and they never learned how to think for themselves.
Yeah, no, it's like, I mean, because of the just inundation with such a an abundance of information out there, any kind of information, disinformation, misinformation, actual like informative stuff out there. There is a healthy there not a healthy skepticism, but there's enough skepticism out there to where you it's not as easy to fall for, like you were mentioning before, imperialist ambitions, because we do learn from history and people do have a self-preservation mindset and whatnot. But I'm like, there's still those factions of people who are duped into saying whatever the narrative is from the right.
Yes.
Like Jimmy Kimmel was canceled because of his low ratings, or we're we're being invaded by Venezuelans or whatever, or they don't stop and think for any like it's just a split second, and they just repeat what they're
well.
told.
So I talk about it in one of my essays as they're constantly reacting.
Yes,
they're constantly they're constantly reacting. They're never just like, that's why, like, it's a real okay. So we're gonna go dark here for a second, but
Mm-hmm.
that's why, like, in the families that these people grew up in, a lot of times there was at least yelling, and there was
Mm-hmm.
occasionally, if not frequently, hitting.
Yeah.
And it's because it's how you get someone like that to stop,
Mm-hmm.
take a deep fucking breath, and listen and think and decide
Yeah.
and do better and learn. But they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to learn.
Yeah.
They suck at learning. School told them that they suck at learning, and that's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
And what I talk about with the evangelicals is they discover learning, the joy of learning later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get into the Bible and all this propaganda literature, the books about the Bible and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the conservative, like books like Was Jesus a Capitalist? That's one of my favorites. Check it out. I think it's
Yeah.
available on Amazon
Yeah.
Books. Was Jesus a Capitalist? Yes, that book does exist. And I am personally connected to the publication of that book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you make a solid point. Um, I mean, there are studies that indicate that conservative thought and going to get along, reacting instead of thinking, it's part and parcel with a lot of Republican voters and conservative minded people, especially if they've just been exposed to it all their whole life. Like people who sit and just watch Fox News every single day, which
Right.
I've come across plenty of them between both my jobs. Um, those kind of people, it really like yeah, it is fair to say a lot of them come from households where like your parents aren't that bright, not very well informed, not very well educated, and so they don't have the emotional intelligence to actually uh, teach you without getting aggressive, maybe
Mm-hmm.
even physical. And
Right. Intimidating. Yeah. Right.
and that just passes along
It's
generation after
generational.
generation. Yeah,
I know it well.
yeah, of
Yeah. So I
course.
mean, like, like when I did one of my most recent videos, the baby boomer divorce, talking about narcissistic abuse, like,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I'm not hey, what up? Just in time. I was about to get personal.
Hey, what's up? Good to see you,
What's
Connor.
up, Connor? Good to see you, Connor. How are you, man?
Yeah, thanks for
We
joining
miss you,
in.
dude. Let's have you back on sometime soon, man. I'd be interested to know what your
Oh,
thoughts are on everything. But
break down
let's
all of
get down
September.
to let's get back to the most legendary. Oh yeah, I know. This guy's always working, man. This guy's always working on
Oh,
a campaign. Yo, they're gonna probably draft you to come out here and help sell Gavin Newsom's Prop 50. But I don't think it's
yeah.
going to need much salesmanship. They're going to fucking smoke it here in Prop
I've
50.
I've already seen plenty of signs. I've seen
Yeah, we got
opposition.
people.
I've
We got
seen.
knocked on our door.
Oh yeah,
We haven't
they
gotten
got
any
the ground.
opposition though.
They
No,
got the ground game going. That's for sure. I've seen a no on 50 sign. That's at least one so far in
yeah, I've
someone's
seen the
yard.
signs,
So
but no one's talked to me about it.
yeah. I mean, I still support it. I mean, fuck it. If the Republicans are going to play dirty, it's just like, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, no, I mean it's war. Like that's
Hmm.
my whole attitude. It's been my message is that when someone goes to war with you, you have no choice but to go to war with them.
Yeah.
It's called defending yourself.
Yeah.
And the people who are in denial about us being
Hmm.
at war should revisit the footage from the ice raids, and they should take a look at the January 6th footage again.
Hmm.
And they should take a look at the fact that Trump pardoned all those fucking people.
Yeah. They're all
And
fucking hypocrites.
the Epstein files, the
Hmm.
the Trump coin. Like it
Yeah, the
never ends.
lawlessness. Yeah, the
It never
corruption.
ends.
It's
It
like
never ends.
every single week there's like multiple Watergates. Like there's some sort of scandal that's just like unprecedented or just chalked up to, oh, well, that's Trump again, fucking seeing what he can get away with, or
Right.
um some sort of quid pro quo, or ordering his coordinating with his staff or his cabinet to push some sort of position that's just untenable, trying to see what he can get away with through the legal system, through the justice system. It's just constant. It's fucking endless. Now, this will be one of the only things I actually defend Gavin Newsom on, because what Gavin Newsom is doing is reacting to Republican efforts. Like the Republican, like multiple states now are signaling that they're going to attempt to redistrict it in between censuses. You know, like, so like, why not react to that? Why not fight?
Yeah, that's warfare. That's
Yeah.
political warfare.
Yeah,
To do that, to
yeah.
try to do a redistricting on a not outside the census is anti-democratic.
Yeah,
which makes it anti-American.
Of course, yeah. But
fuck you.
Aside from that, Gavin Newsom's a total fucking weasel, and he shouldn't be president. And I would probably not even fucking vote for him if it came down to the general election. I'd much sooner vote for fucking Mitt Romney than vote for his ass, honestly.
Right. Than Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have a choice, dude. I mean, hopefully Pritzker comes out. That's the one everyone's hoping for.
Yeah.
Now, because Wes Moore just caught. Do you know who Alex Rubinstein is?
Isn't he like a oil tycoon, something like that?
Yeah. Good for you. God. Nice. Well done. Well done. Nice job.
Yeah. Some sort of like fucking disgusting billionaire.
Yeah. He was doing an event with two people. I can't remember who the woman was, but
and then they got
the man there was Wes Moore. Nice, dude. Connor met Pritzker. He is awesome. Let's give him some love too on this.
Yeah.
He's going to Senator Karina Villa's campaign. Oh, great. She was one of the warning people about the ICE agents in Illinois. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
great,
sweet. Dude. This guy does it for real, man. Yo, if you guys
on the
anybody
ground.
anybody watching or seeing this on recorded or whatever, please check out Connor's channel, because unlike us two freaking schmoes, this guy's in the weeds, actually hacking away at the system, doing it, not talking about it, actually doing it and talking about it, but talking about it from that position of experience. And I've always said that there's no replacement for experience. I've worked on a few campaigns myself, but my resume is nothing compared to Connor's, and which is probably why he's so kind. You know, is probably a big reason why, like, he's a better fit.
Needs a lot more patience. He interacts with a whole lot of people, I would imagine.
You're welcome, dude. Jesus.
Yeah. It's from the doors. Just like what I'm saying. Like, I have to deal with that too. You know, I'm not like a door-to-door salesman per se, but yeah, everybody subscribe to the Progressive American. You're very welcome, dude. But yeah, having to go like door to door, you're definitely going to get your door, like the door slammed in your face. You're not going to encounter the most kind people, not the most friendly people, not the most well-informed people. But that comes with the territory. You're there to inform them. You're there to recruit. You're there to get people on board. But yeah, from my perspective, I deal with a lot of customers. I interact with all sorts of characters day in and day out. Like I'm always showing up at different houses and whatnot. And it comes with the territory. You're always it's not for everybody, but it does humble you, and it does require a lot more patience and a modicum of kindness, and you carry it with you, honestly. So yeah, shout out to Connor. We love you.
Hold on one second.
Of course. But yeah, there was a senator that's kind of making the rounds right now. I think Chris Van Collins.
Real quick, Connor had a cool story here. He had a guy remove all his clothes to get rid of him one time when he was knocking on doors. That's funny.
That's insane.
That's funny shit. I just saw that.
That's
and then he said
crazy.
He didn't even have signs or anything. Just
all right.
Get off my property.
That's
get
insane.
off my property.
That's one way to do it, I guess. God damn.
You know, so I'm living in a new town, and I keep my head on a swivel. I keep looking around for MAGA hats, but I haven't really seen a whole lot.
That's good,
which is great. I was worried about it that's why I'm on this California conservative bent. I keep wanting to understand this special breed of human being.
Right. Yeah,
But
because like in
there
a
are a
way,
lot
it's
more
like
where you are. You're much more experienced with this than I am.
oh, big time. Yeah, no, I'll come across my fair share of Trump signs here and there, or Trump stickers or flags on properties or on the back of trucks. It's always trucks. um, yeah, and I'm going down to Bakersfield for work or Kings
Oh,
County.
Bakersfield.
Yeah,
Jesus
God,
Christ.
yeah, or
Bakersfield is trash.
yeah, Kings County
I
more
shouldn't say that on
specifically.
record. I noticed, most people are like, "Oh, I love that." It's not for me or something. Like they play politics, trying to be like, "No, I'm going to tell
Sure,
you, Bakersfield sucks.
Bakersfield
Bakersfield
sucks. It really
sucks."
does. Yeah.
It could be
Uh,
great, maybe if they made some changes and they weren't so trashy. But
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's just not the way
Yeah.
they
I
work.
mean, I was in Kings County, and that's very much like an agricultural county, and it's a conservative county without a doubt. Um, and it really felt like being in another state, honestly. So it's easy to see that, like the conservative perspective um permeates in this state just like it does in other states. It just depends on the county that you're in. If it's a lot more isolated, if it's not exactly an economic hotspot, um, it's more agricultural. It's more, like I said, more isolated. But it's with that being said, you're still in California, and California is probably like the best state in the union. It not to get off of like on an economic tangent, but some people really don't give half a shit that like a whole bunch of farms are failing,
Right,
especially if they're in red states, because it's
right.
like you're getting what you voted for. I hope you have the day that you voted for. A lot of people have that mindset, and it's like I don't blame them, because it's like who's going to be
Dude, they're gonna find a way. They're
who,
gonna find a way out of it though, intellectually. Like
sh-
they're gonna find a way out of
well, they're all
having to face the fact that they fucked themselves over.
yeah,
They're
but
gonna find a way
right
out of
now
it.
they're all begging for bailouts. And whose tax money is propping up the federal government right now? Where's that tax money most mostly going to come from? It's going to come from blue states,
Right.
the economic powerhouses of this fucking
Of the country.
country. It's like it's not far off to say that red states really are the welfare
Dead
states.
weight. A
Yeah,
dead weight.
yeah,
And
fucking
then they sabotage us. And then they sabotage us politically.
exactly. It's
No, I
like
mean it's
for fuck's
time.
sake.
And then they honor Charlie Kirk with a fucking WWE pay-per-view event.
That's so cringe.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's like
Disgusting.
I don't
You
even
I mean, I
I don't
I
even like the
can't I
guy,
can't
but
imagine.
like the very that's it just comes across as disrespectful. Like I mean I wouldn't doubt that everybody involved who at least was closest to him probably like signed off on it in some way or another. But like oh my god, like and not to mention the fact that like uh when it came down to it, when Trump was initially asked how he's holding up in regards to Charlie Kirk, because this is what Kimmel was actually fucking canceled for initially,
Right.
for showing a
Right.
clip of Donald
Right.
Trump basically like not giving a shit. It's like I'm doing pretty good. Oh, by the way,
Yeah, there's a
we
new
got this
ballroom.
ballroom. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's new
going really
ballrooms
good.
coming in.
Let's make it about myself. You know.
He doesn't
Um,
care.
yeah, Kimball's, and we probably covered this in the last episode, but like Jimmy Kimmel basically said that before we even knew who Tyler Robinson was, before we knew who the shooter was, MAGA was desperately trying online to make it seem like this kid wasn't one of them, even though like all the initial reporting showed that he came from a MAGA family
Republican
and
family, yeah.
loved guns and this and that,
Well, that's
and
why it
so
doesn't matter.
yeah,
That's why it doesn't matter what his politics are now. The
of
point
course.
is that he was 22 years old and he was a product
Hmm.
of conservative culture. He
Yes.
was a product of conservative culture. If he's
Hmm.
22 now,
Hmm.
that means when Trump announced his run, he was 12. Okay.
Hmm.
This kid downloaded the information from his parents and then did something with it.
Yeah.
Whether it was the reason he killed Kirk, for sure, exactly. We don't know how to articulate it yet because no one's
Yeah.
been able to talk to him.
Yeah.
But his parents, his environment, his state, his culture in which he grew up and was raised and was psychologically programmed to be capable of doing something like this was conservative.
Yeah.
That is not debatable.
Yes. No, of course. Yeah. Even if his reasons, vaguely or otherwise, were like, oh, he thought Charlie Kirk spread hate, which I mean, that's a lot of people's perspective, and you could argue that that's a leftist perspective for sure, absolutely. But then it comes down to like how much of what's been reported is authentic or not, because like it should come as no surprise that the FBI under Kash Patel has been horrendously bad, and even lately, like the recent ICE shooting that got a couple detainees killed, even that's looking like an obvious psyop, like an obvious false flag, because it's
Yeah.
like you're showing an image of bullet encasings being engraved, but the assailant is dead. So why would you need to ascribe intent if if you can't even like prosecute the guy? It's like there's no point in that at all. There's no point in even showing the engravings if they were authentic or not. It's like
Well, they just
eh,
wanted attention. They wanted to show that they had
yeah,
found something.
sure, yeah,
They were incompetent. That Utah governor
oh
was
yeah,
in so far over his head.
yeah,
Oh my God, he was incompetent.
yeah,
He just kept, he kept acting like he knew what to do, and he
hmm
kept invoking God at all the wrong times.
yeah.
And they're just embarrassing.
It's like Mormon
It's just
Central.
embarrassing. Like that's the leader of like Utah's a great state too. It's really sad. Utah's
Yeah,
loaded with it is
it's
loaded with
beautiful.
natural in terms of natural beauty.
Hmm.
The natural beauty of Utah is formidable.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not like Nebraska, which is just flat as a board and like all kinds
Hmm.
of boring.
No,
No,
right.
Utah's got
The heart of
mountains and
like,
it's got red rocks and it's got lakes and
yeah,
Utah's got it going on.
yeah. The
And
mountains are
so
beautiful.
yeah, I mean, it's just a shame that like this culture of like Mormonism and hardcore
It's like
hypocritical
the hub for them.
Christianity,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just like it's a hotbed for them.
No, of course. I mean, I was born there, and I'm actually hopefully planning to visit there in a few months. But I guess my grandparents are having to sell their house, and
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a whole thing right now, and uh, my my mom lives with them, and she's having to find her own place as well as my brother. It's a whole thing, but like
Jeez.
it is a nice place. The people are all right. There's not really much to do there unless go see the sights, go hiking, go up in the mountains and whatnot. Um, but the Great Salt Lake is vanishing. It's literally like drying
Yeah.
up, and it's
Yeah, I saw
releasing
pictures. Yeah.
a lot more of the seabed or the lake bed. The lake bed is being released up.
Exposed, right?
Yeah, and it's kicking up a lot more dust in the air, and therefore particles,
No, I
and
didn't know that.
it's not going to be a good place to live. Like from here on out, basically, especially the more that the Great Salt Lake vanishes,
Wow.
unless they figure out how to fucking um,
Yeah. So go to
bring.
what's that other one? Provo? Provo's cool, right? No?
I haven't. I think I haven't been to Provo in a long time. I think that's where like there's some sort of theme park there, but I forget what it is.
Well, I
But
just like the mountains in Utah. The mountains are my jam. And then Lake Powell. Lake
yeah,
Powell is cool.
yeah. So what they're trying to do is make it so that way they can take the water runoff from the snowpack in the mountains and basically run that down into the Great Salt Lake and see
Mm-hmm.
if that
Oh, if they can
can.
reflood it.
Yeah, yeah, just like fill it
Mm-hmm.
back up because it's just lost so much fucking water. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to the university there. I've always wanted to see a Utes game, but I've never gotten the chance to because usually when I visit there, it's around Christmas, and most college football is done by then. Unfortunately, But yeah, it's not the worst state in the world. Far from the best.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, it's interesting to see just people whitewashing Kirk and trying to,
Yeah,
I've got two things. One is just don't even waste your time
yeah,
with people who are trying to say, "Oh, Charlie Kirk was just all about free speech and he just wanted to have productive discussions about politics." It's bullshit.
hmm
Okay, it's bullshit.
yeah,
He was a drill sergeant
hmm
for the Hitler Youth.
yeah.
Okay. That's what he was. He was a drill
Basically,
sergeant for the Hitler Youth, the MAGA trash youth.
I.
So don't get it twisted. That's number one. Number two is the friends.
hmm
You know, the whole ethos of Charlie Kirk was supposed to be, oh, well, we can be friends
hmm
and just disagree politically. It's like,
Yeah.
well, your side has gotten so extreme, so belligerent.
hmm
I mean, how many of these ICE raid videos do you have to see? How many of them throwing down people of color, kicking them, running them over with their car, like all sorts of horrible shit is going on.
Yeah.
And these jerk offs with the guns and the, tinted windows
hmm
just sneak up on anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fascism is in America. This is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like it's
Yes.
internal.
Yeah.
It's internal. And it's they say in The Sopranos, they define depression as rage turned inward. Well, that's what
hmm
we are right now. This is rage turned inward. America is a depressing place. It has
hmm
been a depressing place for a really long time, but it has gotten exceptionally depressing for the last 10 years and really the last 6 months. I mean, this has been, what was it been now? It's been 8 months. 8 months.
Yeah.
Feels
Eight
a hell of a
months.
lot longer than 8 months.
This has been the longest year of my fucking life so far.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's absolutely insane that it's only been. I mean, yeah, I agree though. The world is fucked. The world always been fucked, and the world will always be fucked. But it's how you conduct yourself and handle your situation that will determine how fucked you allow it to be. Is I guess my mindset. And how it affects your life. Because like if it if I was still in the same position I was in a year ago, like from today, I guess, and I carried that through the election into this year, and up until now, I would be inconsolable. Like I'd be a lunatic. I'd be losing my mind. Um, it really took a lot to calm myself down and teach myself like I don't need to be so wrapped up in all the fucking constant bad news because it's just nothing but bad news. It's good to be informed
Yeah.
and
I
shit, but
know.
but
I know
like
what you mean by that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like
There's a
not
lot of shit. A lot of times I think about like I want to go live and I want to react to this thing like this
Mhm.
California Underground live stream the other night. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm going to do from now on is I'm just going to go live and cover it
hmm
when I'm thinking about doing it because if I wait, then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, because and also
I felt that
the
way
reason why
too.
it doesn't happen, is because I get exhausted, like you were just talking about. I get political
Same.
fatigue.
Exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
political fatigue is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I think the only way to get over it is to get away from politics for a good 4 to 24 hours if you can.
No, yeah, of
Take the whole
course.
weekend off if you can. I mean, well,
hmm
but you got to take some responsibility if you're a regular citizen, if you're
Oh,
a
big
normie,
time.
as they call it.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're paying somewhat attention. Just listen to us. You can avoid everything else.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. I couldn't agree more because because I've been that exact same position. It's like, oh, I should go live tonight. I can finally cover all this, and this, and that, and then I just get exhausted like by the end of the day because I am so jaded by it all. Like I have such political fatigue. It's just so, and there's so much to happen at once. It's just like I can't even like stick to one thing or another. I do kind of plan on doing like a whole September I guess, retrospective sort of kind of like recap, maybe early next week by myself or something like that. I intend to do a solo stream just covering fascism and the history of it in general, maybe for a couple hours. But I mean, I've been just pushing it off for a minute now because it's just like, I mean, it's not as fun. I mean, sometimes like if I got the energy for it, if I'm in the groove, I'm like all about it. It's like I can focus on it. Then yeah, I'd be all about. But a lot of times I'm just not in that mood, which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the burnout is real, and I think that's the case for a lot of people involved in politics right now. Or at least when it comes to covering it on YouTube and whatnot.
Here, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to check in with these psychos
Hmm.
over at Never. Yeah, let's check out with these psychos. We got to react to something because like that's what
Who?
fucking
What?
YouTube is all about. These guys are called
Sure.
Never Enough Ammo,
Huh.
and then here we go. This fucking guy. Okay, here we go. Oh man, yeah, this is good. I'm glad I thought of them. You guys are gonna love this.
Yeah.
Please stay tuned. Do not go anywhere
Where?
if you want to hear some insight. Here we go. So this is Never Enough Ammo.
Where'd you find this channel, and what are they about?
I don't know. I think he's just a bunch of gun nuts.
Okay.
A bunch of goddamn gun nuts. So
Okay.
this is the lead guy though. This is basically his channel. He has other friends on. But anyway, here we go.
Let's see how solid their arguments are.
Left versus right. Because let's be honest, this has been a conversation
A little bit
that has been ongoing for fucking years.
Yeah, a little
but most especially lately, because of everything that happened with Charlie Kirk and so many other things since then, the ideologies in place. Let's talk about mainstream
dude.
ideology, right? Like the stuff we.
So this is one of those guys that gets bummed out when you call him a Nazi, and it's like, dude, look at the way you dress for the camera. You're dressed in military, like I'm ready to go kill some people and defend myself from being killed style. Like, what do you think? You're in your car?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like running around, like making sure, like trying to help the police? What are you doing?
Someone's gonna come out of the woods and just cap you and just like what?
Lives in fear. He's a coward.
Yeah,
like most conservatives.
Or he's one of those fucking lunatics that is just begging for some action, begging for.
But that's
some
a coward
violence.
too. But that's
Yeah,
a coward.
course,
That's just another.
Sure.
That's just a specific kind of coward.
Yeah.
Hear
he wants an
from,
excuse.
Let's say media pundits, mainstream media,
but it's because he hates his life.
and politics.
Of course.
The stuff that overall the left and overall the right agree on. And I don't mean agree with each other, but agree within their own circle, right? Like whether you consider yourself a conservative, a Republican, a Christian conservative, even let's say a moderate but right-leaning, or even libertarian that votes right. Like the chunks of things that all those people agree with versus the chunks of things that whether you're a moderate Democrat, liberal-leaning, hardcore progressive, or straight up woke leftist, all the things that they agree on. Let's talk about the mainstream views. I'm not talking about the radical nut jobbery that one extreme versus another extreme may have some elements in their parties, respectively, the stuff they believe in. Mainstream shit, right? On the right, in general, if you lean right in any way, shape, or form, there's things like border security, there's things like gun rights, there's things like economic freedom as far as like keeping the government out of, lower taxes and keeping the government out of picking winners and losers and general consensus on some of those major issues.
Okay.
On the left,
make a note of that one.
You have, more government control as far as taxes and healthcare and things like that.
Like
LGBTQ
so bad.
rights. You've got mainstream, I would say, are things like the idea of.
So here's the thing to me. Okay.
Transmission
Okay,
minors.
all right. Yeah, I did hear what. Well,
okay. You're right with your horrible timing. Hold on.
No, I heard exactly what he said. Yeah, transitioning.
You knew where he was going.
This guy he does frame a lot of conservative mindsets pretty succinctly. Like he pretty much nails it. There are a lot of people that actually agree. That basically
because he is right
wing. Yeah, so
he knows how to define the right because he is on the right.
Yes.
And he sucks at defining the left because he's not on the left and he's never been on the left.
Yeah, so
and he's never going to be.
if his thing is he's about freedom and he wants less government interference and whatnot, what role does the government say in what rights the LGBTQ has? Like, do they get more rights or less rights? Do they get protected because of their identity or not? Because there seems to be a history of discrimination from them, and it took the government stepping in for that to be illegal. So, and of course, this shit about like minors transitioning and whatnot is just a fucking lie. It's just fucking propaganda. You can continue.
The idea of transitioning minors has become mainstream.
No, it's
on the
not.
left.
It's not even
you
fucking
have
remotely
media
true.
pundits, when you have actual politicians like AOC or whoever, actually up
They're
there
only
standing up
go-to.
in front of Congress and preaching these ideologies of minors that don't feel comfortable in their body and things like that. That's become a mainstream idea.
That's
on the
not
left,
even true.
abortion
I don't
is
think I've heard
You're such a
one
piece of
thing.
shit.
I
What a
don't
piece
think
of
I've
shit.
heard
There's so many other things out there.
Do
AOC
you
talk
expect me to
about that
take you
even
seriously?
once.
Like, how the fuck do you expect me to take you seriously
Yeah.
when you're just speaking with conviction about something you know nothing about?
Yeah.
His audience must worship him. Look at this guy. He's so fucking
I don't think I can think of a single fucking Democrat leader that has spoken at length about the right for minors to obtain some sort of chemical transitionary surgery of any sort.
Right.
So it's like
I can't.
Yeah. Like what the
no,
so
they
like,
know
what
it's
the fuck are you
they
talking
know
about?
it's a red hot issue. They don't go near it.
Yeah.
And it's not like mainstream.
A
No
red
one's-
herring.
No one's talking. If anyone's trying to get away from it, it's the Democrats right now.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Mainstream idea, right? Like, it's not considered controversial on the left, right? And there's so many other things out there. So let's look at just the mainstream ideologies between the right and left in this country right now. Okay, just the mainstream. I'm not talking about the nut jobbery. Okay?
Shut up.
You just talked about the
Yes, you are.
Who's
You
more
just talked
dangerous?
about the nut jobbery.
What is
Idiot.
instigating more violence and murder and crime?
Look, he's
Is
going.
it the right or the left?
Okay,
It's
and
the right.
let's hear some data. You
yeah,
better
oh,
show
yeah.
some data. I better see some data here. You're gonna show me some data, right?
My friend,
'Cause if you don't got the data, dude, I don't have the respect.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't have the data, then I don't have the respect.
You know what my favorite pages on Instagram
You know,
right now
what do
is?
you think the chances are he's got any data to back this up?
Oh, it's next to zero. If not, my favorite page that I just recently found on Instagram is Grok versus MAGA, and obviously, like, Grok is an AI, and you can basically ask it anything you want. It'll pull up data, it'll pull up statistics, it'll cite sources. And one of my favorite things that it showed recently is well, actually, according to all the data and all the studies from ADL or CSIS or this, that, and the other, the majority of political violence in the United States is actually coming from right-wing extremists.
Yes.
So this narrative lately being pushed by chucklefucks like this and Donald Trump and Stephen Nazi Miller, that this is all coming from the left. It's getting out of control. Why is the left so politically violent and this and that and the other? It's like, the data's not on your fucking side, guys. Like,
no, I never thought in my
dude.
life that I would have the opportunity to, or I call it an opportunity because it feels like an opportunity now, but really the inclination, the desire, the passion to pursue rhetorically abusing this person.
Mm-hmm.
This is a full-fledged liar.
Mm-hmm. And
if he's not a liar, he's a grifter. He's completely misrepresenting the left, even the moderate left, not even the far left. He's got nothing right.
Yeah.
He has said nothing accurate about the left.
Exactly.
And yet he speaks with the conviction. He's got an American flag on his freaking bulletproof vest. You paranoid fuck.
Yeah.
You paranoid fuck. Go live in fucking Russia, dude. You'd love it there. They hate gays. There's no one transitioning. They're all about the fucking racism and the nostalgia, dude.
Yeah,
it's all about the nostalgia.
That's
you
all.
fucking
Yep,
loser.
big time. And they don't even have to fucking vote. You know, I love the title of this video too: "Right versus Left Ideology. Which causes more violence? The right." Video.
All right,
over.
now let's see
Come
if he's
on.
got the data. Let's see if they got the data. Here we go.
Let's see. Let's see. Yep.
Mainstream right-wing ideology of like, hey, the government should stay out of our business, and everybody has the right to keep and bear arms, and we should secure our borders? Or is the mainstream left instigating more violent crime? Yes, you should be allowed to have an abortion up to birth. Yes, you should be able to
not a
transition
mainstream
children.
fucking position,
Yes,
you dumb fuck.
It's not even an extreme position. It's not even an extreme position. No one has that opinion.
Yeah,
no one.
Literally,
that's
nobody
only
has that fucking position.
And abort the baby? What? No, they just give it a Severian. Like, you don't even understand women. God.
No, like, yeah. You think this guy fucking talks to any women at all?
No, he has no idea. He doesn't understand women.
Break.
Allowed to have an abortion up to birth. Yes, you should be able to transition children. Yes, men who are men should be able to go into women's spaces and compete in women's sports.
All he's done is talk about the cultural issues.
That's
he hasn't talked about. All he does is talk about the cultural distraction tactics. Right-wing magic trick, y'all.
And most importantly, the cultural distractions only propagated by right-wing media. So glad you're focusing on this. The voters are for what we believe and against what they've been told we believe.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. This fucking douchebag. I don't even know his name.
We should go soft on crime and allow criminals, to get arrested 13 times and continue to be released, so that they can then go on a subway and just kill a random person because they felt like it. Yes, we should allow more drug traffickers and human traffickers and criminals and people.
No one believes that.
People that we just know nothing about into our country illegally. Which sides?
There's so many people on the right who think like this, though. That's why I found this guy and why I'm sharing this guy with my audience and subjecting my audience to this white trash propaganda. Is because you need to know your enemy.
Yeah.
You need to know your enemy. I already know Stephen Miller. I already know Steve Bannon. I knew Charlie Kirk. I know Ben Shapiro. I know what those guys are about and how to tear them down if I ever given the opportunity.
Yeah.
This guy, though, this is the one that, this is the camera unfriendly conservative in the backwoods with his fucking bulletproof jacket and his button-down shirt underneath it.
Who gets
a security guard?
He's
either a security guard or a cop.
He gets all his ideas of what the left is from right-wing media.
News, probably.
Yeah,
from right-wing media.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fucking yeah.
Like, who's telling you about the left, dude?
It's certainly not. It's certainly not anybody on the left.
Mainstream ideology is causing more violence. I mean, I think it's pretty goddamn obvious. Okay, it's not the fucking people who are sitting there saying we should secure our border. Everybody has the right to keep and bear arms. No, you shouldn't kill children. It'd be great if the government would stop telling us what to do all the time. No, the ideology, whether it is the Ukrainian girl killed on a train, whether it is Charlie Kirk's murder, whether it is the Catholic school shooting, whether it is the nut job back in 2017, that tried to kill 1/3 of the Republican Congress on a fucking baseball field in Washington, D.C. No, it is the side of the left, okay, that their mainstream ideology is causing more violence and death. Period. In the fucking story.
What about did he mention the Minnesota?
Of course he did. No, of course not.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Fucking ugly motherfucker.
Ugly
on the outside,
he's
ugly
just,
on the inside.
He's
just like Ben Shapiro.
He's repeating the only it's like clockwork. The cherry-picked examples that right-wing NPCs all over fucking the anecdotes that the right-wing pundits and accounts on Twitter, YouTube, and right-wing media, the same. It's the anecdotes that they're all repeating. All of them. They're all repeating the exact same ones. They're not citing any actual data. They're not citing any studies, and they're not. Because if they actually did that and actually sifted through the data and all the examples,
they don't look at the whole picture. Their analysis is never complete. It's always biased, and it's always towards a conclusion that's built into the analysis itself. So let's get it over with. He's got another 2 minutes, less than that, because I'm on.
You deny that? You're fucking retarded. You're a
there you
fucking
go.
insane person.
There you go. That's
and
it.
death.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Okay.
be to be an idiot not to agree with me.
Oh yeah.
Even though your side is the least educated, the least intelligent,
Mhm.
especially socially,
Mhm.
and least experienced,
Yeah.
meaning they've actually gone 100 yards away or 100 miles away from where they were born.
Yeah, and
Your
historically,
people don't leave their hometowns, my man. They never leave their hometowns. You know why? Because they're scared.
Yeah.
That's what you people are. You're fucking cowards. And I'm sick of watching you on social media act as if you are intellectually, socially, or even spiritually equal to me.
Mhm.
Because you are not. It is not hard to be superior trash fascists.
Mhm.
Look at you, dude. You look like a fascist. Remember that whole saying? If it acts like a rat, or if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, whatever.
Mhm.
If it looks like a fucking Nazi, if it
Yeah.
has the hair of a Nazi. I mean, that shit. You got some fucking dude. This guy.
Yeah.
If he's got troubled artists with the revenge complex written all over him. All right, hold on.
It's hella funny
Their
how he's like,
mainstream.
Go ahead.
oh yeah, it's like, oh, if you don't believe what I say, you're retarded. And it's just like, well, I mean, do my eyes
Half the
deceive?
country.
Do my eyes deceive me? Like all the examples of right wing extremism over the past several decades, you know?
Yeah, and who are the gun nuts? I mean, at the end of the day, dude, who are the NRA
Yeah.
members? Why does
Yeah.
everything become a distraction after a national tragedy?
Yeah,
when there's a shooting.
Why
is it always like, oh, let's not politicize this? Well, actually, politics is a solution providing apparatus. You dumbass. That's what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be solving our problems, and you won't even let us talk about this long enough to come up with a viable solution.
Mhm.
What's your solution? More guns? You fucking idiot! You
Yeah.
ignorant, uneducated dumbass! Get the fuck out of my country.
Mhm.
You are the scum of our society. You are the dead weight of our culture. You have no business sharing a society with me.
Yeah,
You're garbage.
One of the characteristics of fascism is the enemy is both strong and weak, and it's just like, how does it square with, the left is all sensitive snowflakes, they're all just woke crybabies, where they're fragile, yet they're committing all the political violence. They like guns now. Like it just doesn't square, dude. And the studies of the data are not on your side at all. This guy does have
What
to
you
lie
can
to,
do. The con artist, not the con. This guy has to lie to his audience because he's hurting his audience. I think you're giving him too much credit there. What you can do. I think he's just like we were talking about earlier in the stream, where conservatives are just constantly reacting. They don't sit down to think, like, and reflect. Like, oh, maybe I am an asshole. No, they don't do that.
No.
Like when people make mistakes on the left, when you're a person with a left disposition or just an open-minded or evolved personality, like you reflect on decisions that you've made so that you can make better decisions. This guy doesn't do that. This guy just, like Stat Pat pointed out a second ago, he just regurgitates talking points about the left that he's heard from, like, not even Fox News, dude. Those things sound like One America News Network or like worse. Those sound like Breitbart.
No, right. Points. Yeah, no, absolutely, without a doubt. And the thing is,
it's like mainstream. It's mainstream for children to transition.
Like,
I mean, it's like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, like, oh yeah, because like fucking abortion.
Oh, this is an interesting question. All right, thank you for following up what you can do, and thank you for watching. Oh no, this dude in the car is 100% a con artist, but his audience are the victims to some degree. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. The thing is, this guy, like, all he needs is someone to blame. He just needs someone to blame, and like he can just dust his hands of any political subject, any irresponsibility, any critical thinking whatsoever, and just chalk it up to ignorance. He doesn't think it's ignorance because he's following along. He's going along to get along. He's repeating what like-minded individuals think. He's repeating the propaganda so he can fit in. He's not giving any second thought to any of the shit that he's spewing.
His audience comes to him to learn about the world, and he's the guy that says it's all the left and the people they protect. Yeah, and he's one of many voices, but he has a certain kind of credibility within the triumvirate of MAGA, which is the Confederate flag waving, Bible beating, gun nuts. He's obviously a big deal in the gun nuts. This guy doesn't strike me as a, loud and proud Christian, probably just a superficial cultural Christian.
Probably.
And he's, the Confederate flag isn't even, I don't even see that vibe going on with him. He's more of a suburban fascist. This guy, that's what this guy looks like to me.
And the way he frames conservatives, like the broad right that he said, the little factions,
libertarians, everybody, all the things that they agree on.
Right. Conservatives, Republicans, and right-leaning folks. What he said about them is generally like I said before, it's shared by.
It was so general. Because it was so in general. It's like, lower taxes, smaller government. Everyone's got the right to bear arms, secure the border.
But and not those things aren't exactly. If you actually just sit like from an objective point of view, those aren't exactly objectionable positions to have, even if you are on the left. It is.
Well, it depends on the context.
Yes.
Smaller government. What do you mean by smaller government? You mean smaller government in like the police state and the surveillance state? Hell yeah, smaller government in the surveillance state.
No, of course.
But do I mean bigger? Do I want bigger government in healthcare? Hell yeah. Because the healthcare corporations and the healthcare system that we have now is a fucking joke. It's a goddamn scam.
That's the thing. So the nuances and the details matter. So like if you're not even willing to get into the nuances about those things, like those topics, those issues, like there can just be no debate. Like you're either for those or you're against them. If you're for them, you're on the right, like me. If you're against them, you're automatically a leftist, and therefore you believe in abortions at the point of birth.
Yeah, transitioning.
Like give me a fuck.
No, it's the demonic left.
Like there's no room for actual dialogue. I am grateful that I have taken enough of a step back and realized, like, not every person who is, I guess, of the right or leans to the right is like this guy.
No.
They like the people who hold those positions that he was talking about, like secure border, smaller taxes, smaller government, all that shit is most people, even if they aren't politically inclined, agree with those positions. They hold those positions, but they also don't think that the fucking left are a bunch of demons, and Democrats believe in fucking abortions at the point of birth or minor trans surgeries, and that's fucking lunacy. And the only reason that he would be repeating this garbage is if he is just consumed by conservative propaganda.
Yes,
online media.
Yes, he is.
So he is actively less informed as a result.
No, he's proactively ignorant. He's militant. He's willfully, militantly ignorant.
Yes.
Ideology is causing more violence and death. Period. End of fucking story.
He's just asking the rhetorical question he's asking is like, what do you think is causing more violence? And then lists off, like you said, a somewhat intellectually sound definition of conservative values and positions.
Sure.
And then a ridiculous definition for left
red herrings and straw man
values.
Yeah.
And just fucking, and then he just says, well, what do you think would cause more violence? Just all intuition. There's no science. There's no real analysis here. This is all just feeding your own ego, feeding the consumer's ego. Because if you can tolerate listening to this guy, man, you can tolerate some ugliness in your life.
No kidding.
Holy shit. Who wants to listen to or thinks that they have anything to learn from this fucking psycho?
Yeah.
You telling me this guy doesn't look like a psycho? This guy looks like a psycho to me.
How many subs does this channel have?
I don't know. I'll check it while we're let's finish it up.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way.
You're fucking retarded. You're a fucking insane person, or you're just fucking lying to cover up for your side. That's it. Okay. Mainstream ideology. I'm not talking about the crazies on the left or the crazies on the right, because everybody talks about, the right's full of a bunch of white supremacists.
So what would the crazies on the left be if they're like, not calling for these things? That's another question. Like, what the fuck? There's no dialogue, dude. Why don't you get a
No, of
lefty on
course.
there and ask them questions and shut up and
No,
listen,
yeah,
idiot?
that's the thing. It's like, oh, there's crazy people on the far left and on the far right. It's just like, who
He's got 104. He's got
on
100,000 subscribers.
Oh wow, that's insane. So who on the left can you actually point at and be like, these people are? I see oftentimes people like to point to, oh, the riots during 2020 and whatnot, and it's just like, I mean, how do you know that everybody involved with those riots or burning down precincts or whatever the fuck were politically on the left?
Dude, check this out. This
No?
is his oldest. These are his oldest videos. These are from 15 years ago. This is him like messing around with guns. Like the guy is just a fucking gun nut. But this is what I'm saying, everybody. This is what I'm
Right.
talking about. Okay. If you're seeing this, you need to look at this.
Yeah.
This is America's cancer.
Yeah.
This is the cancer in America that you cannot cut out because of the freedoms that we're allowed in this country at this time.
Yeah, and it's
All right?
like
This guy, conservatism is a cancer that you cannot cut out. You must isolate it, radiate it, and by extension, mitigate its ability to affect your society.
Mhm.
You want this guy?
Yeah.
You want this guy and his people to be
The
in your
cultural-
neighborhood
cultural
exercising their
dominating
Second
force.
Amendment rights?
Yeah.
I sure as hell don't.
No,
I
yeah,
don't want this guy anywhere near me or the people I love.
yeah. This
That's
should
crazy.
not be the culturally dominating force.
No, especially when he's not even the majority, when they're the fucking minority, when they're the freak shows.
Yeah.
This is the freak show. See, they
Yeah.
try to act as if the left is where all the freaks are at with like,
Mhm.
oh, the transgenders, they're all freaks. Like, no, this is the freak.
Mm-hmm.
This is the freak right here. You're looking at him.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hold on. What you can thank you, man. This is great. Appreciate it. The more I look at this, the more I'm confused. Did he go out in public dressed like that? Why is he in the passenger seat? Do his neighbors roll their eyes when he walks outside? Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah.
Those are all great questions. I don't know. So
The
did he
second
go out in
question,
public dressed like that? I think he's working. I think as like a private
probably,
security guy.
maybe,
or
yeah,
something.
something like that. Yeah.
And he's in the passenger seat because it's
think-
a
I
parked
think-
car. Or, I don't know why.
I
but
think he's filming with his front camera, and the front camera tends to mirror videos. So that's
it mirror videos.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
what
that
it
probably
is.
explain the backwards American flag. But
Good job,
do
Stat
his
Pat.
neighbors roll their eyes when he walks outside? More than likely, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, their neighbors have got him on the. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's on a sex offender list of some kind.
Yeah,
You know.
you know, it's
This guy hasn't gotten laid in quite a few times. Women are scared to death of him. By the way, hold on. We got to stop the presses over this. So, did you see? Now that I got 4 people watching, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is worth the entire stream. We're at an hour and 15 minutes. I can't believe it took me this long to get to it, but it's an appropriate number because they did a test on turn-ons and turn-offs in dating. All right.
Oh yeah.
76% of single women in this country that are dating find MAGA to be a turnoff.
It doesn't surprise me.
How the fuck do you like that, conservatives? How the fuck do you like that, motherfuckers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh, don't cancel that Pornhub subscription, dude.
Actually reminds
Big
me.
wet butts ain't going out of business anytime soon.
Oh god, that actually reminds me of a poll that actually came out recently. I think I have it here, from Global Strategy Group. They're pretty reputable. They've been referred to before. I'm not able to find it, but apparently I heard Bell the Rants cover it. But apparently, when it comes down to the breakdown between MAGA Republicans and non-MAGA Republicans, I believe the number was, when it comes to like, how's the economy doing right now? How do you feel about the economy? Is it going in a good direction, or are we in is it bad right now? And I believe the number was 16% of non-MAGA Republicans think that it's good, like only 16%.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I think 55% of MAGA Republicans think that the economy is doing good right now. So it just
should
goes
be higher than that.
it-
It's not even that high.
Well,
55%.
Yeah, I think so. If I'm remembering,
Yeah, so there's 55% of people are kidding themselves or living in denial.
Exactly.
Right?
So the fact that the study made a distinction, like, are you a MAGA Republican or a non-MAGA Republican?
Non-MAGA Republican,
and seeing,
right?
like a 40-point swing in between,
Yeah.
like it's like
That's a good point.
some Republicans who are just tired of Trump shit are actually a bit more grounded in reality, and MAGA Republicans who just don't fucking think for themselves when it comes to anything are just repeating what they're being told. Like, we have the greatest economy in the world. Everything's so good right now. It's just like we're about to we're about to encounter stagflation, possibly a looming recession. We're only getting like 1.6% GDP growth for this year. Projections indicate, and only 1.8 next year if things don't fall off a cliff before then. So it's just like it really does go to show just how much of the conservative Republican right wing population in this country just repeat the talking points that they're handed down from on high, and the Republican voters that actually do think for themselves.
Mhm.
It's insane.
Let me finish this fucking guy.
Oh, do we have to? All right.
We have to.
Yeah, but that's not mainstream, first of all. And second, if you actually look into white supremacy, they have far more left-wing beliefs than your average right-winger. I mean, look at people like what's his face, Richard Spencer. The dude was a left-winger, and he's the thought child of white supremacy. So don't give me that crap, because white supremacy is not mainstream right.
Who is Richard Spencer?
He's a neo-Nazi. He was like the neo-Nazi of like the mid 2010s.
You just called him left.
Yeah, like he like an actual like Hitler fan. He was basically like,
he's the guy who got sucker punched, right?
That's the guy. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went to dude. He
was like
Nick
Fuentes before he went Nick Fuentes became a thing, basically. Like, he was like an infamous.
He was the Unite
Nazi
the Right rally. He was the Unite the Right guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he said he's left wing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
what? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. You gotta watch this shit, man. You must. You must watch this stuff, America. This is part of our country. This is the disease. This is the disease right here.
Right.
Okay. It's just fucking not. All right. Period. End of story. But trans ideology, aborting your children, open borders, that is mainstream left-wing ideology. And those seem to be the three most popular things that cause violence outside of let's go soft on crime and criminals, which also creates tons
citation
of violent crime.
needed.
So no, this whole argument about who's causing violent crime and death. Is it left-wing ideology or right-wing ideology? There's no question about this shit. It is left-wing ideology by and large. And I am saying that as a fucking middle-of-the-road libertarian.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, dude.
Middle of the road libertarian, bro. You are a Nazi.
Yeah, dude.
Look at you. You are military geared up, ready to go. Yeah. You want people afraid of you.
Yeah.
You want people to take you seriously because you have power, right? Because I can't kill you by shooting you in the chest right now.
It's ironic. It's super ironic because like that's it. It's just an insecurity thing. He wants to. Yeah. He wants to be tough in control.
So he wants to be tough so bad.
Yeah, but he wants to.
Like, dude, they just weren't in the cars, man. Dude, the genetics just didn't allow for it, man. Sorry, bro. Like, they just didn't work out for you, you four-eyed fuck.
Like, you want to be like a you want to claim that you're a libertarian, yet like your entire persona is anti-liberty. It's it's the antithesis of liberty.
Okay, like that's it. I don't have a stake in this other than to see the world be a better place for my kids. That's it.
Oh God,
it is left-wing ideology.
I didn't know that.
That is doing more damage to our society. That is causing more violence. That is causing more death because it is mainstream. It is the stuff they pump out as politicians in Congress, in the Senate, on mainstream media news. I'm not talking about crazy podcasters like fucking Destiny. I'm talking about mainstream left-wing ideology.
Like
is causing more violence and more death by far.
No, they're obsessed with Destiny. They think Destiny is like the barometer for the left. They think that Destiny speaks for the left.
He's not even that left-wing either.
Not anymore. Not anymore. He used to be.
He's like he's a liberal.
He's got his head up his own ass. I don't want to waste another second of my show talking about Destiny. I cannot do it. That guy, because he should be a valuable weapon. He should be a valuable weapon. He's actually a very smart guy.
Yeah.
And he should be a valuable weapon, but he has no fucking ounce of humility.
No.
And he couldn't be a member of a productive team if his life depended on it.
No,
like where he was one person on like a team of 4 other intellectuals. Like, no, he has to be, he's a narcissist. And that's where I think, that's where I think like Hassan is a little bit different. Is Hassan's not,
I love Hassan.
I think Hassan's like self-promotion is actually like pretty genuine. He's just like trying to, like, hey, I'm just a regular guy. I like to talk politics.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
He's great. Yeah.
Which is fun. If they should use him, if they were using Hassan right now instead of Destiny as a barometer for the left, I'd respect him a hell of a lot more. But he wouldn't be coming up with these ridiculous quotes. Plus, Destiny doesn't say this shit.
Yeah.
Destiny doesn't articulate these perspectives that he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Like he literally virtue signals to the right when it comes to trans shit. He's Destiny's fucking cringe. Like if the left was modeled after Hassan Piker, like the left would be a whole lot better off. On like
a whole lot more unified too.
Yeah. Not to mention like Hassan Piker is an actual socialist, whereas Destiny's a fucking he's a liberal. He's
a capitalist.
He's
exactly.
A capitalist. Exactly.
Wing ideology. End of story. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was that lame. Man, I'm glad we watched that one though. I'm glad I picked that one.
Yeah, it seems you had some anger to really just like you had to vent some real frustrations that you've been balling up there in the
I mean it's just like look at this guy. This guy is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
This is a psycho. This is a man that is obsessed with guns. Well, he's been at it for 15 years. I mean, he should have a hell of a lot more. He should have it a hell of a lot more than that. Look at this guy. Lost all his hair. All he's got is his guns now. This is it, man. This is the guy that I'm talking about in my Who Are MAGA series, Gun Nuts.
Yeah.
Like, right? And I know he's got kids, but I mean, they probably don't want to spend too much time with this guy. He's a scary dude, man.
Yeah,
scary dude. I don't want anything to do with that guy.
Who knows?
Anyway, I mean, it's fun. So the reason why, but just so you know, the reason why I lost it a little bit there is because it makes for good shorts.
Sure.
And it's honestly how I feel. It's honestly I've realized Kulinski said that when he's not on camera or on the microphone, he's not really talking politics too much, like socially and stuff, because that's what he does for work. And I used to think that would never really happen to me, but it's starting to happen. And I think it's me being in a new place. I don't want to alienate people. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the politics guy. And I talk, and if you're conservative, we can't be friends, like that kind of thing. It's not that kind of town. I don't need to worry about that. It's a college town. But the thing about, I do have a lot of rage towards the right, because America could be an amazing place if we just would cut people like that out.
Yeah.
If we served people like that up with a side of shut the fuck up, then I mean, at some point you just have to tell the child to shut up.
Yeah, I mean, especially on a cultural and on a social sense as well, like without a fucking doubt, unquestionably. Now, I'm not even a capitalist, but like, if this is going to be a capitalist fucking nation, there is no question that the economy does better under Democrats, like historically going back 50, 60 years. And like, you can't really even bring that up to Republicans, because like, just like with this guy, they don't give a fuck about the data. They don't give a fuck about the actual outcomes. You can argue like maybe Joe Biden was the only one that like he left office with a budget,
better economy,
a
deficit, surplus. Clinton was the last one to balance the budget. That was a big thing.
Yeah,
Clinton's big achievement was balancing the budget, but what the price it came at was ridiculous.
No, right, and we like if it was McCain instead of Obama after 2008, the economy will recover a hell of a lot slower. I firmly and sincerely believe that. It's just Democrats are better capitalists, honestly.
Right.
Like it's just like they're There's no doubt in my mind about it. The economy is being fucking thrown into a wood chipper, just slowly grinding away, and no one's stopping to take the log out and just be like, "Hey, this like what's happening right now is insane." You know,
Right.
like a lot of people say like, "Oh, it's you just gotta wait on a long enough timeline." It's like we've talked about before. There are a lot of things that need to be put in place first before these wild claims that Trump and his administration and his Treasury Secretary and all these like economists that he surrounds himself with are just insisting that how good it's going to be and whatnot. It's just like no, you're just fulfilling the wants of the ultra rich. You're just catering to them. You're just selling the country out to them worse than ever before. Just like it's always been, especially since fucking Ronald Reagan. It's just it's all complete and total bullshit.
Yeah, and it's even before that. I mean, it's just easy
Oh, yeah.
to use. It's easy to use.
It just took off
1980.
during Reagan. Yeah.
Well, the reason, yeah, exactly, is because that's when the baby boomers became
Corruption.
the biggest voting bloc.
Yeah.
That's when they became the biggest voting bloc. And like, yeah, our addiction to deregulation. It's like they forgot all about FDR and the New Deal and how
Yeah.
well that worked. So
No,
they just
yeah.
completely forgot about it.
No, yeah, like the
Ridiculous.
golden age of economics, like for crying out loud, fucking high tax rates, and it's good to be able to talk about things other than politics. I agree. Chich has an underestimated element of the human experience. Yeah, it's like you were just saying, Dieter, like saving all political talk for this space right here, this channel, because like the last thing I want to do, just like every day is talk about politics and just in casual conversation.
I just don't want to see MAGA hats in my town. And so far, it's so good. You know,
right.
So
Yeah.
far, we're good. So far, it's a pretty good ratio. I've only seen like one like the last week.
It's because of how like passionate I get about this shit too. Is because like I tried to like talk about politics sparingly, but me and Megan still do have like plenty of political chats like pretty constantly, which are always very fruitful and civil and productive. And that's how it should be.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, if you have anything else that you want to do, otherwise, I think we're good here. Almost at an hour and a half. Like, I'm pretty good. I feel like I've gotten out a lot of my angst.
Yeah. I'm exhausted as well, but I did want to bring up one last thing.
Absolutely.
Have you seen any of the news regarding Kamala Harris recently?
Oh, why how she wanted to pick Pete Buttigieg, but she was worried about picking a gay guy for VP.
That's
Tim Walz.
That's just one element of the news surrounding her lately, because she's releasing a book. I guess it's called 107 Days.
27 days.
Yeah. I've needed to like actually look more into the interviews that she's done. I guess she did one with ABC News and did one with Rachel Maddow for like a fucking hour. But her and the Biden team were beefing. Like, they did not like her. They didn't think that she was talented. They didn't think that she was good at what she did. And I completely believe them. But like at the same time, she made some good points. Like, they weren't backing her when they should have been, and they were really bitter because they wanted to. They still believed in Biden. They were basically Biden loyalists. But like, it was that debate with Trump that changed everything. It's just like it's
pathetic that it got to that point.
Of course,
it's pathetic. It's pathetic that it got to that point. I mean, it's just surreal incompetence.
It's just like there's a shitload of drama behind the entire thing, and she's been promoting her book, and apparently she wants to fucking run for president again.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
She won't.
No.
She won't. The writing's going to be on the wall. People don't want her. She's not popular.
No.
She was never popular.
No, of course.
She was never popular.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke. Check out my episode on why you shouldn't feel sorry for losers, okay? A loser isn't just someone who loses. A loser is someone who is capable of winning but doesn't because they refuse to learn from previous losses. It's called being a competitor. Being a winner and being a competitor is the same fucking thing.
No, yeah. They're because like there's still like it's still up in the air who's going to run in the Democratic primary. But you know who Senator Chris Van Hollen is?
No.
He's actually pretty progressive, and he's been pulling he's been making some moves lately. I think he might be someone to look into when it
What's his name?
comes Chris Van Hollen, Hollen. Like this is just like
I've heard of him.
yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, he actually just posted on Facebook. Anyone who still thinks we're headed towards authoritarianism needs to wake up. We're already there. Trump wants us to remain silent and roll over as he goes after his critics. We will not. Patriots must unite to defend our democracy. Because I guess the Justice Department is pushing prosecutors to investigate the George Soros Foundation, which is just like, oh my god. He's really good. He's calling out all the authoritarianism and the Trump administration's insistence on basically using the Justice Department to go after everybody who wronged Trump, like the James Comey is being targeted now, and it's just a fucking circus.
Oh yeah, he was on Meet the Press this most recent Sunday. Yeah, talking about the exploitation of Kirk. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Stepat. Great job tonight.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta go.
I'm tired as well. Jesus.
Thank you. What you can do. Thank you for staying in the chat and giving us some meat to chew on. Really appreciate that.
Hey, thanks for joining.
For those of you, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And do not forget that you don't get change in America by asking nicely. So stop asking nicely, get out there and join your local Democratic Socialists of America, because that is the vehicle for change in the next decade. Thank you.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you for joining.
And we are.